Hi guys, here we are on Mal Warfare. This is the game where I discovered the glitch. On in a toxic nest. I was on the solo queue. My ally was Architect of War Karax, and fortunately enemy was Terran, so I have to go lure over here. And doing standard Abathur stuff, of course. And now I'm going to lure these guys into toxic nests. So see what happens. Now I place a toxic nest over here to aggro these guys, and they come here. And I first detonate this one, and everything looks normal. And then I want to kill these two Marines. So one of them starts shooting and gets left behind. And observe this. Marine comes, boom, he dies. But look at this. Toxic Nest is still alive. Now the other Marine comes in. And now Toxic Nest explodes and kills the second Marine. So I discovered that Unity Barrier can actually make Toxic Nest shoot twice. Okay, so I went to investigate more this matter and went on part and parcel to get some more insights in these kind of situations. So let's see that. Okay, here we are on part and parcel. And now I'm gonna lure these guys into Toxic Nest. I'm actually aiming on these two Immortals behind, but let's first observe what will happen here. So, enemy was Protoss actually as ally, because I noticed that in Megura's map things are a lot more volatile, but I'll get to that later. Okay, so asked ally to play Architect of War. We luckily get Protoss immediately, which I wanted. So now I wanted to not to detonate these things, but actually activate them. You see this deactivated it. Zealous crossing Toxic Nest not exploding or dealing damage because I deactivated it. So now I actually wanted to activate it when instead of detonating with a left click, I activated the right click. So, but these things explode. Now, look at this. Now, this thing, when Toxic Nest responds, it counts as the new structure, so it gets Unity Barrier. And now, this time, it didn't kill this one Zealot, because it's only one Zealot left, but it didn't explode. So what I'm thinking is, because Unity Barrier just saves you from one hit that deals more than 20 or more damage, and doesn't provide any additional protection over time. So for example, if you had two battle cruisers Yamatoing you one split second after the other, the Unity Barrier will protect you from one hit, but the second hit will do damage, even if it's just like few milliseconds after the first hit. So I think that's actually a double shot going so fast. I mean, first shot and then Toxic Nest exploding. Then the system, the computer actually didn't manage to kill all the units that were walking about the Toxic Nest or count them as dead. Because as I think that units are dying, we see it like they die instantly, but how the math is done is probably one unit after the other killing. So when the Toxic Nest kind of was ready to deal damage the second time, it's so fast that is actually the computer didn't do the math, actually didn't kill all the units. So the Toxic Nest was counting as the units were still alive. I think that's the reason. I don't know if that's true, but I can't imagine anything else. So I think that's the probable cause of this happening. The toxic nest actually did explode, although none of these units, zealots or stalkers, have more than 2000 HP, so should all die to one to one toxic nest hit. Okay, that happens when you have multiple units of toxic nest. Okay, so now immortals can't get killed by one toxic nest because they have 200 HP and 100 shields, so 300 you need two toxic nests to kill them. So let's see what happens. Okay, what am I doing now? Let me speed this up a little. Okay, now I'm going here. I was probably doing something here. Okay, so I will place, I think, the toxic nest, or not. Okay, stop. Let's slow this down to see what will happen. Boom! The city is instantaneously, like, maybe if you get a good eye, maybe you could see. I think when I was watching the replay first time, that I saw that, like, for a split second spike, like that, actually the health bar dropped to the like half, and the immortals, and then they died. But it's so hard to spot because it's almost instantaneous. So it looks like one explosion, but it's actually two shots. First one just dealing damage, and then toxic nest explode, finishing all the immortals. But you can clearly see they both died, which is not normal for the immortals to die to just one toxic nest shot, because with full mastery toxic nest deal only 200, maximum of 200 damage. And as you can see, unity barrier, like now it's different structure, so it can, if toxic nest respawn, it can do it again. Okay, but on the Maguro's map, once I did this, like turn two immortals into toxic nest, it was just normal, toxic nest exploded in then 200 damage, but the other time, like one zealot was killed and toxic nest didn't explode, so it's kind of more volatile on Maguro's map. I can't explain that, but okay, let's see. I have one more thing to show with the trains, so let's see this. Okay, now we have the train. This was actually not intentional in the first place. So I think, okay, I did the research what I needed. So let's finish the game. Let's play it, Then it was the train. I had only two brutalists because it was a little bit delayed by this research. And I was like, okay, maybe I need some toxic nest to help with the train. And so now I'm placing toxic nest. Okay, Allah is helping a little bit with the Spirovadun. But look at this. Okay, he will also use Purifier Beam. But look at this. I have 4 toxic nest. Look at, unfortunately on the replay you cannot see the health. But this train has 8000 HP. The second one has 18,000 on this map. So look at the health bars. When these toxic nests explode, look at this. Look at the drop. Like, this is no way that this is 200 damage. All those toxic nests did 400 damage to that train. Look at this now. Like, okay, the replay is attacking, but look at every time they explode, look at the spike. So I actually went on the Maguro's map and also placed the toxic nest under the train, and I observed the train health, and indeed every single toxic nest did 400 damage to the train. So yeah, I mean, I still don't recommend it in normal games to use toxic nests to kill trains, because toxic nests have more value in killing units, because you can, of course, get 50% more biomass from toxic nest kills, or if you kill damaged, unit damaged by toxic nest while it's still stunned or slowed by it. So yeah, that's but it's a possibility. So the most value of these thing, the toxic nest dealing 400 damage, is to actually kill units like immortal stores and units that have more than 200 health, so you can one-shot them with the toxic nest. Usually, without Architect of War Karax, you wouldn't be able to. And of course, it's only with Architect of War Ally, because only with Architect of War structures have Unity Barrier. Okay, I hope you found this video interesting. Like and subscribe if you liked it, and thanks for watching.